In this video, Mr. Waqas Ramzan shares 10 handy shortcuts in Windows Explorer that make everyday tasks quicker and easier.
Hello and greetings everyone, welcome to the Blind Hand Project channel. This is your host Waqas Ramzan, and today we are here with Windows Explorer tips, and we're going to show you top 10 tips that are going to make your life a whole lot easier, and you're going to love Windows Explorer more than ever. These tips are for the keyboard users and of course the screen reader users. Let's begin the countdown. So tip number 10, the address bar. Similar to your web browser, you can press Alt+D to either check the current file path or the folder's path, and you can also type a new path and press enter. So if it exists, Windows will take you there. Let's do a demo.
Address combo box collapsed. Edit deselected D test.
So here it says D test, which means D:\test. Since my symbols are reduced, that's why it did not mention those. So that's how you go to the address bar quickly. Tip number 9, creating a new folder. We do this all the time. The quickest way is by pressing Ctrl, Shift and N, which means hold down the Ctrl and Shift and then press N.
New folder, edit selected new folder.
You see that new folder has been created and it is already in the edit box where you can type the name of the folder and press enter. Let's do it.
Another folder.
So here is our another folder, because there are a lot of folders in my drive. So yeah, let's see if this is actually a real folder or not by going inside it.
Another folder.
Let's check the title, T.
Another folder.
Do you see? We are in another folder. That moves us to a next tip, which is navigating like a web browser. Once again, we relate it with a web browser, and similar to that, you can go back by pressing Alt left arrow, and you can go forward by pressing Alt right arrow.
Another folder.
You see, we are in another folder once again. And if you want to go one level up or the parent directory of the current folder, you press Alt up arrow.
Items view list, another folder.
So which essentially is already the back, but there are instances when this is very required. So the next step is quickly renaming the items. There are a lot of ways you rename, either through the menu or through the ribbon, but the quickest way is by pressing F2 while focused on that specific item. So we are already focused on the folder. Let's rename it by pressing F2.
Another folder, edit selected another folder.
You see the edit box is here. Let's type my folder instead.
My folder.
You see the folder has been renamed. The next tip is check properties in a snap. There are instances when we need to go to the properties either to read the details or change some really advanced setting of a file or a folder. So let's do it. And the quickest way is by pressing Alt Enter. Let's open up a property of a file. Let's see if there are files.
Document.docs.
So here's a document. Let's press Alt Enter here.
Document.docs properties dialog. General property page type of file. Microsoft Word document.docs opens with word location. D test size 0 bytes size on disk 0 bytes created. Saturday, August 23rd, 2025. 3:31:26 p.m. modified. Saturday, August 23rd, 2025. 3:31:26 p.m. accessed. Today, August 23rd, 2025. 25 minutes ago attributes. Read only checkbox not checked Alt+R.
So you see the property box has been opened and we have all the details here. So the next step is cycle through window panes. So the panes are essentially the different sections of a current window. This is a universal shortcut and it can work in a lot of different programs. So you press F6 because a lot of windows have sections, like this one has ribbon, has a tree view, left pane, has a status bar and the address bar and everything. So you can press F6 to jump between them because the tab key is sometimes annoying.
Name split button collapsed sorted. Ascending. Status bar view modes group. Navigation buttons toolbar. Recent locations button. Tree view home. Items view list document.docs.
So as you have seen, these are a lot of panes and it is easier to navigate section by section because tab essentially moves you through all the options of a current pane and then jumps to the next pane. So the next step is changing the current view Changing the current view means Windows Explorer has a lot of different ways to present the list of files and folders, and these can be small icon, large icons, medium icons, or detail view, or like a tiles view, and a lot of different views. So you navigate between them, or you change them by holding down the Control and Shift and using your number keys. So the people who are partially blind or something, those who can see a screen a little, they will realize the difference here more. But some of them I can show you to the totally blind people as well. Like for example, currently if I want to move between the items, I can only press up and down arrow key because everything is in the list, or rather the detail view. Let's see.
Image.dm spreadsheet.xlsx.
So if I press right arrow,
date modified edit 23/08 type edit micros date modified spreadsheet.
So I use left and right arrow to browse the different columns because this is a detail view. This is the very useful view. But if we want to change the view, we will, for example, press Control Shift and 1.
Spreadsheet.
So this is a large icon view, and now detail view is gone, and I have to mostly navigate by left and right arrow because now the things are arranged in a grid. And Control Shift 2 is the medium icon, 3 is the small icon, and
spreadsheet.xlsx.
4 is a
text.txt.
maybe a tile or something, but it's a 2 or 3 column view. And then the next one is the list view. Control Shift 6 is one thing that you can remember. This is the detail view, and it is very useful because it gives all the details of file as well in the other columns, and first column is obviously the files. We have Control Shift 7
document.
This one seems like a tile view, I guess. So yeah, back to Control Shift 6. So we are here with the top 3. The third one is searching. So if you want to search any file or folder, you simply press Control F.
Search box edit search test blank.
And here you can search within the current folder.
Search box edit search test blank.
So for example, if I want to search something called text,
T-E-X-T.
and we can press tab to check the results.
Items view list.
Now only this file is visible because I have searched for it.
Text.txt.
That's how you search something. And the second one, which is like the top of the list, and just we have one more to go after that. This is selection techniques. This is very important and will come in handy in a lot of situations. How do we select different files? So there are 2 different techniques. To use arrow keys to navigate between files, we all know. But if you want to select everything, you press Control A. So everything is selected. It did not announce anything, but everything is selected. In some instances, your screen reader does announce that. And if you press any arrow keys while your selection is made, all your selection will be lost. And the most useful selection tip is this one.
My folder.
For example, I'm at my folder and I want to select this one and the last item. How do we do that? So you hold down your Control key and keep pressing the down arrow until you find the next file.
Document.docs not selected. Image.dm spreadsheet.text.txt not selected.
So you see here's the text, and if you want to select or unselect that, you keep pressing the Control, do not leave it, and press space.
Selected.
So you see this one is selected as well. So now these 2 are selected, the top and the bottom most file. That's how you select different files which are not next to each other. And in case if you want to select the files next to each other,
spreadsheet image.dmp.
For example, image and the spreadsheet. We are on the image and the spreadsheet is below that. So let's hold down the Shift key and press down arrow.
Spreadsheet.xlsx.
And if we press down arrow one more time while holding the Shift key, the next file will also be selected.
Text.txt.
You see, that's how this selection works. And after selecting your required file, you can perform all the operations like cut, copy, delete, and everything. So here comes the next step. With the mentioning of the delete, our topmost tips comes in. That is to permanently delete something. If you simply press delete or use the delete option in the menu, it sends your file to the recycle bin. But if you press Shift delete, it will permanently delete a file or folder, anything that you have selected, while skipping the recycle bin.
Spreadsheet.xlsx.
For example, this single file that I want to delete, I will hold Shift and press delete. It will also give us a warning.
Delete file dialog. Are you sure you want to permanently delete this file? Spreadsheet.xlsx.
So you see, here's the warning box that tells you that this operation will delete permanently and this is irreversible. So be careful when you use shift delete. Let's press no for now.
No button Alt plus N.
That's it for today's video. Hope you like it, hope you enjoyed it and you have learned from it. Until next time, take care and bye.